Well, hello to the one person watching all of the videos. It's me, the one person making all of the videos that you watch. Today, we look at the Hemlock. We sure do. The Hemlock, probably one of the best SMGs in the game. Now, to be fair, fair disclosure, everybody's gameplay is different. Everybody likes different things. That's kind of what makes this game so unique. It is true that there is other weapons, other SMGs in the game that may give more damage. No doubt. The Rat-a-tat, one of them. However, there's something very different and unique about the Hemlock that actually outperforms the Rat-a-tat in my view. In this video that we're going to see today, I have completely muted all game sound and all game commentary that I made while streaming live on Twitch. We're just going to let the gun speak for itself. Okay, let's get right at it. Let's look at the Hemlock. Here we go. We have a water and a fire schematic. I do not have a third schematic. I wish I did. You can be sure that the next opportunity I get to get a Hemlock schematic, I will, and I will supercharge it and make it a nature weapon. Now, I used these two in the making of this video, and so let's look at how I have it perked. This is a good shot, good picture of what the weapon looks like. I have fire rate, damage, magazine size, and crit damage. And as we look over here, we can see that the damage is 12,103 per hit, or per round. And it does 170,148.9 damage per second. So every time a bullet strikes a target, a zombie, it does 12,103 damage for a total of 170,000 damage per second. Now here's the reason for that, and this is why I believe the Hemlock edges out the Rat-a-tat as the best SMG in the game. And it's because of the fire rate. This weapon can fire a total of 14.06 shots per second. That's huge. Now we'll look at the Rat-a-tat in just a minute and then we'll compare the two. But as you can see, this lays down some serious ammo downrange. And we have a magazine size of 61. So these two factors here is what really makes the Hemlock just a little bit better than the Rat-a-tat. The magazine size is a little larger and the fire rate is a little bit faster. I have this schematic perked with Sunbeam, and so that gives us a little added damage. And here are the materials it takes to craft the weapon. As you can see, it's a pretty expensive weapon. A lot of them are 13 quartz, 30 efficient mechanical parts, and 11 Sunbeam. So, when you use a fire weapon against a nature target, you're going to get a plus 20% damage bonus. So really the only bonus this weapon is going to give in this video is that I'm going to use this fire Hemlock on nature zombies. Okay, that's it. The sixth perk I just have landing 5 hits in a row on a single target causes a small explosion. And it damages the enemy within a half a tile of the target for an additional 70% damage. So anyway, the weapon goes boom. Now it doesn't really make a boom sound, I've never heard it, but it does explode, and you can see some of that in the video. So that's what the fire weapon looks like, and then as you can see, the water weapon is perked exactly the same. No different. We're going to get the exact same amount of fire rate and the exact magazine size because it's perked exactly the same way. Now I'm closing with what is the weapon that we used and how do I have it perked with this one last for a reason. On the 6th wave of the storm shield defense we did in Twine, we got water enemies. Water enemies. The water weapon is really best used against a fire enemy, but we didn't have a nature gun which is best used against water enemies, so we used a water gun on the water enemies instead. We did not get the 20% bonus on the final wave of this video. We only got 100% damage and that's it. Now we did get the 6th perk, landing 5 hits in a row on a single target causes a small explosion within a half tile, dealing an additional 70% damage, but we did not get the additional 20% damage buff against these water husks, and so I just want to make that very clear. This is just raw footage here of water versus water and the gun doing only 100% of its damage. That's it. Okay? Alright, now then let's look at the hero. Alright, here's the hero that we used. Machinist Harper. Isn't that impressive? Yeah, Machinist Harper. We used a constructor, and we used a fully constructor loadout for the sole purpose of making sure that this weapons review is indeed just a weapons review. Now there are other streamers that are out there and YouTubers that are producing hero loadout / weapon review content, and they're great. They really are awesome. And I'll name out a couple of them. A1 Get This Money does very, very good videos. He's an excellent editor and I enjoy watching them a lot. And you would learn a lot about how to properly put together a hero loadout with whatever weapon it is that you're looking at. And Beast is another one that does really, really good videos. He's excellent at editing as well, and he does pretty good research on how you can construct a hero loadout and match it with a weapon of your choice. That's not what this video is about. This video is to only show you raw footage of what the weapon can do all on its own. So with this video, you're gonna see Machinist Harper and her little compadres in the support team. We have Lofty Architecture, Base MD, Hot Fix, Mega Base Kyle, and Power Modulation. Woo! So, nothing fancy about this loadout, just plain, simple. Now, let's get into the video. And before we do, let me say this. I have completely muted the audio from the video. Yeah, we are going to let the weapon speak for itself. So, without further ado, let's get on to the video. Okie dokie, let's look at the Rat-tat. As you can see, the Rat-tat does serious damage. There's no question about it. If you want to compare the Rat-tat to the Hemlock clearly does more damage. It does fire at a little bit faster rate, 16 versus 19. The biggest downfall, the biggest negative really, is in order to get a larger magazine size, you have to give up one of these 2 perks. And personally, I'm not willing to give up one of these 2 perks because it's going to affect the amount of damage that this gun can produce. Another benefit, I suppose, to this gun is that you can have affliction damage. and you can see that the affliction damage would last for 6 seconds. And if you use the 5th perk, 45% damage bonus to afflicted targets, then you can increase the amount of damage that is downrange with this particular weapon. So it does fire at a faster rate, but the amount of magazine size is less, almost half, unless you want to get rid of the crit damage and or the damage perk. Personally, I'm not willing to want to get rid of either of those two. I want to, if I'm going to use a weapon or take the time to use superchargers on it or whatever, I want to make sure it's going to do the most amount of damage that we possibly can. With that said, since we've looked at both the Rat-a-tat now and the Hemlock, let's get on to the video and let's let the gun speak for itself. watching this video. We appreciate you for coming and stopping by and taking the time to watch the video on the Hemlock. If you enjoy this content, please consider following our channel. Like the video and share with your friends. The more likes and the shares that we get, the more opportunities other people have a chance to see the videos, and it helps us be able to help you. Again, thanks for watching, and I appreciate you for coming by and spending your time with us. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.